Hello, my name is Bennington Purcell. I'm a co-founder of Poros Ventures and the lead developer here at Point Recorder. Today, I want to give you an introduction to Point Recorder and then show you how easy it is for you to sign up and start using the power of location-aware smartphones for yourself. First thing you need to do is point your browser at pointrecorder.com. If you're on a recent browser, it's going to ask for your location data. We use this simply to show you close-by applets to get an idea of what's happening nearby and also to see if there's anything nearby that is similar to your applet that you're hoping to make. Once you do that, all you're going to need to do is you're going to register for the system. To do that, you just click on register. You're going to create, you need to pick a username. I'm going to pick Bennington, fill in an email address and a password, and then give us your first name and last name so we can have that on file. Once you've done that, you're going to receive a confirmation via email. However, you can immediately log in and start using the system without having to click on anything in the email. So all you're going to do is you're going to log in. Once you logged in, this is the main site. You're going to use this as your dashboard where you can do management of administration, you can do distribution, and you can do analytics for your applets. So that's Point Recorder. Once you're logged in, the next step is simply to make an applet. So let's do that right now. So I'm going to go to Add New Applet. That's going to take you to the creation page. From here, you just need to pick an applet name. Mine is going to be called, for simplicity, Screencast App. And then add a description. So this can be as intuitive and as short or simple as you want. I'm simply going to say this is a test applet for the screencast. Not very informative, but it works for the situation. The next thing is actually a little more tricky. We need to think about it a little bit more. You need to decide what your applet's going to do, who's going to use it, who you want to be collecting information from, and who you want to be showing it to. So the first question is just dealing with it, whether you are accepting public submissions. That means the applet will show up on pointrecorder.com as well as on the iPhones where people are logging into Point Recorder and checking them out. So you can decide whether you want private or public, and then you can do the same with the listings. If you make those listings private, no one will see the points on your applet, but they will still be able to make submissions to your applet. The next thing is about location restriction. If your applet is location-based, say you're recording potholes or lights out in a certain neighborhood, you can restrict that down. You can do that by clicking Restrict Location Submissions, and then it'll auto-find your lat long if you wanted to, and then you'll pick a distance. So I'm going to pick 20 miles from where I am right now for this applet. So then you submit. That's going to quickly create the applet, and now you're pretty much ready to go. If you go to manage that applet, you can click on the name of it, and you'll see the start of what is a management system. So from here, you do most everything. This is where you can add categories of locations. You can distribute to SMS. You can download a CSV of the files. You can modify it. You can add an icon or even delete the applet. So I'm going to start by adding a couple categories. Since this was a screencast test, I'm going to say I'm going to get wireless cafes. And I'm going to also add my home. And I'm also going to add, oops, I added that one twice, but I'm also going to add something like nearby bars. With these in there, you can then distribute the applet and people will be able to select what they're checking into, what that location is. So whether they're checking into a wireless cafe, they can say this is a wireless cafe, so you'll have that data. And that's about it. You can also see that I can distribute to SMS. So let me forward it to myself. My number. So let me just send that off. And that's how simple it is. I'm going to clean up the categories a little bit, but in about 30 seconds, I'm going to receive a text message, and I just did. You can see that I received a text message. And then I can start using it on my iPhone right away, which is pretty great. So that's the administration side. You'll notice we have options to both SMS and email, download via CSV, edit the applet, add an icon, or even delete the applet. So next we want to take a look at an applet that already has some information in it. I've been recording places to my applet Rhode Island Places, and you can see them here. So this is an applet that has an icon and has been being used in the field for my testing. You'll notice that it's got the listings of locations that I've recorded, and it also includes a nice map that shows both the location restriction, that's what the circle is, and all the places within inside of it. The applet, the map defaults to showing you all the possible locations, and so sometimes if you're recording information nationwide, there's going to be a lot of places and it's going to be pretty zoomed out. But I've been recording location with a restricted, so I only see places within my fenced-in area. With these locations, you can do a lot on them as well. You can email them, distribute them to friends and coworkers. You can edit a location if you want to change the comment or change the category, or delete the location as well if you want to clean it up. And that's an applet that's been being used. You'll notice the app code for this is N44N. That is an important thing to remember, your app code. That's how you would distribute it, or how you would tell someone to go to it if they already had the point recorder system. You could point them at N44N and they would type that in, and that would pull up the applet so they could start submitting locations to yours. Okay. Next, we're going to take a look at it on a mobile browser. To take a look at the mobile version of the site, we'll need to go to an applet that we want to record information to, and I'm going to record again to Rhode Island Places. From there, you'll want to make note of the mobile applet link, so I'm just going to copy that link address, and then I'm going to use iOS Simulator in order to make it real easy for us to record this and show you what it's like. So I'm simply going to paste in that URL and say enter. So this would be sent directly to someone with SMS, and that's how they would get it. So this is the mobile version. It's simple, it's styled like most iPhone apps, and you can navigate it on your iPhone easily with touch. You'll notice that it has the name of the app and the description, and it also asks if you want to install it as a web app. So let's do that. So I'm going to add it to my home screen. It's going to grab the icon and the name, and you're just going to add that to your home screen. I'll show you what that looks like. So once it's added, you can just click on it. It'll pull it up as if it's a native app. However, it's still in mobile Safari. So let's just test this out. So I'm going to fill in some information, and we're going to submit my location. So my location is, I'm going to call it my home base, and the location is home base for testing. So I'm just going to submit that applet, and you'll notice we got a success message. So that point has been now successfully added to our Rhode Island Places applet, and I'll show you what that looks like. From here, you'll also notice that we've got an option to upload a photo. That does not currently work from the mobile Safari version. Mobile Safari does not have any upload capabilities. However, our app is in the iPhone store, in the iStore, and you'll be able to download that, and from there you can definitely upload pictures, which will be tied to locations as well. You can also view submissions from here, and if you do that, it comes up like this. So these are all this is home base that I just tested with, and if you click on that, it'll actually pull up a map. But let's go back and look at it on the site. So here we are again. This is the applet. I'm going to refresh it with that new point. Scroll down, and you can see the most recent point, home base. That was what I just submitted. So I can probably pull that up for you. I think it's going to be right in the middle, right near the center. It's going to be around here. That's probably where I submitted. And so that's the system, and that's the mobile solution that you can get your friends to use, coworkers, your team, people out in the field, or otherwise. If you have questions, obviously contact us at Point Recorder. We'd be happy to help. We'd be happy to do some consultations on getting categories correctly organized, and even adding customization like white labeling, data feeds to your JSON or XML system for work management solutions, or for outage management, or anything that is really location aware. We're happy to help. So just keep in contact and get to adding places, and thank you so much.